of light. A lot of people were going after him and his blocking skills and the fact that he would actually go out and pursue this dream. But now, again, Tim Tebow no longer with the Jaguars. Kane, guys.
Rappaport tweeting it was an experiment. It didn't work out. Thank you so much, Will. Thoughts at the table here on this. So it's August 17th. Preseason has started. We're in it, and now he's off the team.
I think the writing was on the wall with this one, but I give him credit for going for it, and I give the Jaguars credit for bringing him in. There's no harm done, and they're still going to have a team of 53 players, and Tebow came in, and from what I was told, folks in Jacksonville, he was really well liked. The other players really liked him. But there was no great expectation that he was going to have a major role on this team. But what he brought to the locker room and how he established himself in, to Urban Meyer's credit, bringing him in, giving him a shot, and then, hey, you're just like any other player. We're going to cut you if you're not good enough. And on August 17th, 34-year-old Tim Tebow looks to be out of pro sports. The one thing I wish Nate was here for is that he guaranteed 5 touchdowns for Tim Tebow this season, and I guaranteed not 5 touchdowns. But again, Sean, I'm sorry, you're going to have to fill up and kind of...
Triggs, there's other leagues. If he didn't say in the NFL, then there's I hope they still be alive. CFL. Yeah. Look, with the Tebow thing, I know a lot of people are probably going to be dancing on all this stuff and celebrating. Look, I think this was just a great moment in football and in team sport. Tim Tebow was a quarterback his entire career. He was willing to go and do something he had never done before. This is not like going to play baseball and I got to learn to hit a curveball. He transitioned from quarterback to tight end. Yes, everybody's watching the blocking plays or the missed blocks. He had never done that before in his life. So I think it's a great story for young kids, for anybody that has never done something and wants to try something.
Don't you wish he did it 10 years earlier, though? He was so reluctant to do it.
If he hadn't done baseball, yeah, it might have been different. But I'll say this, like, people don't give tight ends enough appreciation for how tough it is. And those blocks on the move, that's not easy to do. There's guys that have been playing tight end for 8 years that still struggle with those blocks. So he's got nothing to hang his head about.
I agree. I have questions after this. Like, did social media get him cut, or did Urban Meyer? Like, we're talking about this play. It was everywhere. You've seen it. It's strange. It just looks very uncomfortable and very awkward. It's not just a missed block. It's the way he goes about it. It looks like someone who's playing tackle football for the first time ever. And who are we to judge Tim Tebow, Heisman Trophy winner, an incredible athlete? My next question is, why didn't they just try him on special teams at all? He didn't play one snap. Why would he not be on the punt block team or the kickoff team? Then you can maybe justify the spot more. It's very confusing. I don't relish any of this. Tim Tebow's like the nicest, classiest person of all time. But my last question is, like, could this have been different? Kenny, what you're talking about. Back in the day, coming out of Florida, if Urban Meyer had said from the get-go, like, Tim, we got to start changing this thing up. The passing is not there. If we start to mold you now as a sort of fullback hybrid type, could he have entered sort of a Juszczykian type universe where he became a great pro at a different position? My only bone that I have to pick with Tebow is that he had such insistence and hubris that I am a quarterback, and would not switch. And I think that's, again, today, why for the second, third time he's out of work. It's frustrating because he's a great American sports story.
But you know what? I look at it, and also it's like Logan Thomas is now a converted quarterback.
Great story.
Tight end, and that's a great story. Like, so what Tebow's sins might have been were not trying it out earlier. Other converted players are now making the move from quarterback to tight end. We're seeing Tyree Jackson out in Philadelphia make a run at it. I think there might be a legacy here that, hey, there is a place for you guys if you're big-bodied and you can do it and you're willing to try. Didn't work out for Tebow, but maybe some of the next generation.
So what's next for Tebow? Have we seen the last of him? Like, I like your idea of him being an offensive weapon. They clearly didn't want to use him that way. Even here, no special teams love. What's next? Is he done on the NFL level?
No, he could be a coach.
A coach, you think?
I see him getting a coach, and why not go to Jacksonville where you were just in the locker room and help out? He's got a lot of things to offer for the locker room. Urban Meyer obviously has some affection for him, so I could see that being
kind of done TV already, right? Like, he might want to do TV. He's got the experience. He was with the SEC Network for years.
Right. Race walking in the Olympics?
Race walking, but baseball's not happening, football's not happening. So what do you got?
This is right there.
That's a good call.
Sean, I love you. Again, we're totally disrespecting you. I'm sorry, but...
Wow.
You want to sit next to Tebow?
Sure, bring me in. What are you going to talk about?
I know. He can do whatever he wants. He's kind of like Peyton Manning in that sense. He'll have a million options, but I don't want to think we'll see him on a football.
The only person hyped more than Tim Tebow is Justin Herbert.
A lot of hype on him.
Yeah, he may have begun his first NFL season on the bench, but he finished not only as the team's starting quarterback, but also as the 2020 Offensive Rookie of the Year. Check out this installment of Gaining Greatness presented by Sleep Number. We go behind the scenes with the Chargers' new franchise quarterback. He is reliving his record-breaking rookie campaign and preparing for a sophomore season under a new coaching staff.